Jane Schoenbrun is a visionary director. How many people here have seen We're All Going to the World's Fair? We did the Canadian premiere in the Kamloops section then, and that happened to be the year of the pandemic, so it all happened in isolation. And we couldn't have Jane here, and our hearts were all collectively broken because we were dying to have them on our stage to discuss that film. Because what a fucking film it is. Then I saw the TV glow. Fantastic. It was the film we were pushing so hard for. The release date was, I believe, in May. It was just before the summer, and we weren't able to play it, and we were crushed. Finally, this one! The stars have come aligned. It's all come together. The film is here. The team are here. Without further ado, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce one of the most visionary filmmakers of our time. Give it up for writer-director Jane Schoenbrun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Einbinder. Yeah, we were just getting emotional in the green room about it, just like how nice it is to get to come to these screenings and feel people, for me I guess it's like feel people really excited to watch the movie. Yeah, I don't know, it's like cool to make something and then have like a room full of people who are just like excited to engage with it. So yeah, it's just really special to feel that energy and like movies rock and and yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah.
Especially for a lot of the people here.
Especially that guy.
Yeah, I would just say just sort of detach yourself from your understanding of genre and what that means, and then also I would just share that making a movie was incredibly transformative for me personally, and so grateful that Jane was open and vulnerable enough in their work to infuse it with such a meaningful story and subject matter, and I just hope that you feel the way that I felt. So without further ado.
Well, last thing is we made it in Canada, and this is that's the perfect festival.
Yeah.
Period.
We love Canada.
We also have some folks who worked on the movie here tonight that I'll shout out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, I think we should show the movie.
Enjoy.
You were the first audience in Canada to see Teenage Sex and Death. Let that love bleed, and please give it up once more for Jane Schoenbrun.
Hey,
the editor.
Come on up. Hi. He plays Tracy. She kind of steals the show on the Zoom call. I think it's your first time seeing it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Graham has seen it. You've seen it.
I'm familiar with it.
Graham has probably seen it more than anyone, honestly. Anyway, sorry, yeah.
So, I mean, there's so much to talk about with this film, but I love the way the film uses the slasher genre and horror in general as a prism through which you can speak about finding yourself, finding your identity, finding your sexuality. Do you want to speak to that? Just so beautifully done.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I just grew up watching these movies, you know. And maybe some other people have had this experience where you're like, oh, the stuff in the video store in the horror section is like a little bit different and exciting, you know. And you're just like a weird kid, you know. And then you figure out that like you could actually not just be a weird kid, you could transition, and then I did that, and yeah. So then, but then it was like, oh yeah, but those horror movies all have those fucked up trans people in them.
So, I love that you have Jackie and the beautiful Lisa Rose sleep
Totally,
away cat
I
face.
know, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, was anyone there that day? Do you remember that? When Jack like danced? You were there. Yeah, that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It was the last thing we filmed, and we put on, oh yeah, it was Idiotech by Radiohead. And Jack was just like doing this like interpretive dance with the shower curtain. And Eric was like dancing and following him. And
Like the whole thing recorded with my hand cam.
yeah.
Which plays a part in the film, but yeah, it's like the most beautiful video I own.
It was so cool. And then we were like doing a rollout on like, I think I'm like, Eric, it's okay, get in the mirror. And then he got in the mirror. And the camera like rolled out right on that last one. It was like the last shot of the last.
And then you called Ralph.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Yeah, which I think is like that's the queer joy of the film to me, or like that was like it was so great to like make the movie from a place of joy and looseness and yeah, just at a time when like the first two movies are kind of dark and this one is like happy, you know.
In so many ways. And I love that it speaks in a certain way as almost a horror as edge play in a certain kind of a way. Like, it's not a secret to say there are many, many Kingsters, many Mr. Kingsters in the horror community. I feel that so much of that comes from the way that we experience these films from a safe place, usually at a very young age. For me, it was around 10. And, you know, there's, as you say in the film, it becomes too real, you can always turn it off. That becomes the physical safe word in a certain way. You could really test your boundaries. I used to describe myself as a cinema masochist, somebody who really like sought out films that hurt me. Before I really thought about the psychology behind it. I just think the film speaks to that in a really sincere way. That I haven't really seen. The horror films in their iconography explain that sort of for all years. I mean, the Carl J. Clover writing talks about it so well. I know you're a fan of the book Men, Women, and Chainsaws.
Yeah, I read it in college and definitely like imprinted in there in a lot of ways. Yeah, I revisited it very early on and like thinking about this because it had been so foundational to just like, excuse me. Oh yeah, that's like totally a thing, you know. Like the final girl is this hermaphroditic figure, and we're all like when we watch these movies like enacting some like reading ritual or something. And then like my movie becomes like it just goes in like you're like okay cool like it's a movie about the joy of movies in a lot of ways,
And you recreate the Friday the 13th Part 2 Bay of Blood double impalement and release through that, right?
Yeah, that scene always like felt like, oh yeah, there's something like foundational there too. You know, like what a great scene. I was basically just like, what if like that girl like just like came really hard right when that happened? Like I would just like fuck her up for life.
I love it. Hannah, do you want to speak about your approach to the performance and how you work with Jane to find that character? It's so unlike anything you've done before. It's just fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like the character was really very much on the page. I think that Jane obviously crafted someone who is incredibly distinct, but also lent very real emotional truths of their own to the character. And so in shooting the film and in prep, but mostly during the shooting of the film, Jane and I just had a lot of really vulnerable conversations about the subject matter, not necessarily approaching it of like, here's the scene today, just like kind of exploring like, what are we talking about? What is this experience? Like, understanding what was coming up for shooting and being like, okay, this is like coming up, like, do you want to talk about it? Do you want to share anything? And it actually, like I said before, before you all saw the film, like, making a movie was like, I know it's like so, I've said this, but like, it's like so like cringe actor shit to be like, it was therapy for me. But like, it really like was, like, sorry. But like, it really was because like in approaching the material, I had to really like reflect on what was true for me. And I found that a lot of what Chris experienced was true for me in my own way. And so I had kind of a parallel experience alongside the character, just an emotional sense, but all of the like mannerism stuff, like I found in the fittings with our incredible costume designer, like we were just locking in on something that felt really distinct and really so different from anything that I've done. And me as a person, when I put them specs on, I was like, oh shit. This is some new shit right here.
That was a big moment.
That was huge. When we picked the specs, because we had a tray of specs, and it was like, no.
We were gonna like dye your hair. You were gonna be like fully like black hair dye. And then we saw the glasses and we were like, that's enough.
It's just the glasses. But yeah, like it was so much fun. I don't know if anybody caught, Chris has a little tattoo. Did anyone catch? Okay. A little Bound reference. It's a little miniature version of the Tina Gershon battle axe that she has tatted on there. And so just like a little, I figured Chris would have something like that. Sapphic cinemaphile. Who can relate? All y'all. But yeah, no, so just really fun stuff. Like, I feel like the clothes make me like different and it was just really fucking awesome, basically, yeah.
And working with Julian Anderson, I mean, you have such great energies together. The
Yeah.
rhythm that you have together is so
Thank you.
wonderful. Do you want to speak to how you just got grounded together? It's really-
Yeah, I mean, it's a credit to Jane. Like, Jane really put us together, and, I think Jane had a lot of really in-depth conversations with us as individuals and, kind of made it possible for, the pair to kind of come together, beautiful chemistry. I think that that's the type of thing that, you can pretend for sure, many do, but it's very fortunate when you have that, and I feel like we both did a lot of preparation to where our first rehearsal, it was like, oh shit, it's going off right now. So yeah, it was so incredible, and she's so cool, like,
She really is.
yeah, I mean, obviously she's this like mythic figure, but she's just like really chill, really laid back, and just like a really awesome person. It was really fun, yeah.
Did you have a lot of rehearsal time?
The dinner scene where we first meet is like, Jane's kind of described it as like a short within the movie. It's like its own contained thing, and so that was the main thing that we rehearsed ahead of time. We were in Vancouver for like a week to do like makeup tests and costumes and stuff like that, so we did that scene a bunch, but the rest of it, pretty much day of, just kind of roll on it, go for it, yeah.
Cool. Graham, you want to speak about the process of working with Jane and finding the cut? It's such a well put together film.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing collaboration. I feel like we talked a lot about the tone. It has such a unique mix of tones and genres and styles, and yeah, it was like a crazy experience. You know, like you'd finish one scene, be like, oh, okay, I think we did a good job, and then it'd be like the Zoom singing time, and it'd be like, gotta do a Zoom now, you know. But yeah, it was just I just love that this movie like holds so much. Like you can kind of do so much, and we got to like do so many stylistic flourishes. I'm very proud of how many cross dissolves are in this movie. Probably more cross dissolves.
Cross dissolves, like freeze frame cross dissolves.
Yeah, there's a few freeze frame cross dissolves.
You found that like immediately.
Yeah.
You were like, first thing in the edit is this movie is gonna have some freeze frame. You were
Yeah, I just love it.
100% right, because it's that one of Kevin after he goes,
Yeah.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things I did.
That was Graham, dude. That's because Graham. I don't know. I've respected Graham's comedy and you know his films for many years, and I do think like I was thinking about it. Yeah, like you're just like so all over the movie. Your personality is in a really fun way.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you were like kind of like welcoming me to come in and just sort of like jam. We would call it like a jam. We'd be like, just jam on that for a little bit. We'd be like, all right,
You
jam.
found so many like joyful, weird, idiosyncratic things that just like blend. Yeah, it just adds something really lovely to it.
I should throw in a plug. Grant's own film world premieres tomorrow night. Big break.
Sunday.
Sunday night. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
I just read. What's it?
Okay.
Producers.
I know you have a novel coming out soon. Are you also working on a new screenplay?
You want me to make more movies?
But do write all the novels as well.
I know. Well, I'm doing Black Hole, which is this Netflix TV show.
Right,
Does anyone know that graphic novel? Yeah, and I'm just trying to like fall in love with it as TV, so I think it might actually be TV. You know, like I always want to make a TV show. That's like my like childhood dream.
How many episodes? Limited
It's
series?
gonna be. I pitched it as like an 8-episode thing, and no, it's gonna be like an ongoing series. Hopefully, I mean, you know, one hopes.
Nice.
But I'm writing like a first season of television, like, and I'm writing all the episodes, and I'm just like, yeah, like that canvas is so fun to me. So I'm just like getting into that group, but it's also like when you're on tour, promoting a book in a movie, you're also like promoting a book in a movie, you know? And then you're like trying to like swim in the creek, you know? If you can, like, you know, just like every once in a while.
Okay, let's open some questions from the audience. Yes.
So much of the movie is like non-verbal beats from Hannah. Did you talk about like, you know, did you prep that in the script, and what did it take to sort of get those out?
Thank you. I think that like that probably is just an effective staying in the reality and staying grounded. I think. I mean, do you want to speak to some of that? I think there are some moments where the nonverbal beats are important to communicate certain things that actually, and it speaks to what I said earlier, like Jane and I had all of these conversations about experiences that we had had and experiences that they had had that they wanted to be captured in a look. You know, like for example, the dance scene. There's this look, if you want to actually talk about your experience, Jane.
Yeah, well, I just loved Hannah's face. You know, I really love that face, and like when we put the glasses on, it really felt like you became like what's her name from the Bergman movies, like from Persona.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Liv Ullmann. Like I felt like I saw something like very expressive in your face once we got the film back.
Say no to Botox, girls.
No,
or don't unless that's your body of choice. It's up to you. Do your thing. No problem. All good.
and yeah, I don't know. TV Glow is like a very like technical film for me. World's Fair was a very like, let's just like play an improv kind of film, and this was like trying to merge the two a little bit, and so like just getting to like enjoy like human beings and the way they sort of like interact. Yeah, I feel like the film is like really pausing to savor and enjoy that, and obviously Graham's edit is doing a lot of that work too.
Yeah, there was like this moment in the dance where like Jane was like, I want you to portray the way like it felt for me to be like happy and in love for the first time, like in the right body with the right person. And like I think we just had like in-depth conversations like about what that felt like for them, and like that inspired I think a lot of like the things that I was trying to just like show and not say.
All right, next question. Yes.
We are cinema students, and we analyze a lot of your work and actually meet your style. And something that we really noticed about your style is that you really like horror. And something that we're just wondering is, like, is horror something that is that the genre that appeals most to you to like describe the way you feel just about yourself in general, or are there any other genres that you'd like to explore, for example?
Thank you. Yeah, I think I will make something. I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. Each movie like kind of reveals itself to you as you go, you know. And I think I have like obsessions, you know. I think I have like like ways in to something that have to do with genre in some way. And yeah, and then I think there's a lot to do with just like Buffy, you know? Or like I just like pop culture is in me, you know? Like it got me young, and it's my language, you know? And so it's like if I'm gonna make a movie, I want it to like feel like a movie that I would have loved. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, the movie just feels like a very joyful like expression of that. And yeah, so any genre, Western. I would love to do a Western. Actually, yeah, no, I have like a zombie movie idea. It's like kind of a Western. Like the first scene is like I was sitting around a campfire, and this person is talking about how they knew this woman who took out all her teeth because she didn't want to, when she got turned into a zombie, bite anybody. I thought it was sort of like one of the main warning signs, you know, for like, be a zombie. And I feel like that one might be like a Western, you know, sort of living on the outside a little bit. Westerns rock.
Yes.
Yeah, I found the concept of blending reality within the universe and the universe versus the film when they blended together. I would love it if you could just. I was just saying. I love the concept of blending reality with the making of the film. In the film, I get that this is up to audience interpretation to a great extent, but would just love to hear you talk a little bit more about like what you think I guess is actually happening and what's going through the characters' heads, and maybe Hannah, like what were you thinking like for your character?
What the hell were you thinking?
Your parents are alive!
Like, I guess that concept of blend, I don't know what it blend. I found that so interesting and would love to hear just anyone.
I mean, speaking of like
Avalon's the best person to answer this question. So let's talk. Yeah, so Avalon is in the film. You see her a few times, but she's also like the documentarian of this experience. You were just kind of like, can I work on the movie? Can I make a documentary about the movie? And I was like, yeah, let's try to get you to do that. And so Avalon's cinematographer were there like every day filming us.
Yeah. And only recently, it's kind of cool to be here in this moment because I documented every moment that I was there on set. I mean, I tried to be there for absolutely everything. This is even pre the movie actually beginning to shoot and a while after as well. I mean, we've spent the last year, being close and talking about this world, but only as of the last couple of weeks did I actually watch that footage. I know, which has been really cool.
That was really fun. It was mostly sucky.
Yeah, it was mostly stuffy, and I don't know, Seppi's your assistant.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about her earlier, and she called my camera, which plays a part in the movie, the sapphic tool. Because I turned her gay. And she blamed it on my camera. But the real shot in the film that the camera has a presence. I think that is what it's saying. It's a line into Billy's future and the future of her queerness and. I don't know if this really answers your question, but it's something I'm thinking about.
So you were looking.
I'm watching.
Yeah. So what was the vibe? What were we thinking?
What were we thinking?
Yeah.
What are your interpretations?
What does it all mean?
I do think that there's that camera adds a layer that takes it one step further, which is now potentially the thing that I'm creating right now. So maybe I'll have an answer for that at some point, but I don't right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
And this will be a feature-length negative documentary to come
Of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Come here next year.
Yeah. If it's not released by next year, we will totally.
Right.
All right, next question. So for higher up. Yes, right there.
Hold on.
I just don't want the upper rows to be excluded, man. Good.
Hi, so I feel like slasher designs are such a key part of what makes these kinds of big franchises have staying power. So I'm curious to know what the process of developing Little Deaths was like in order to make it feel kind of like a real slasher franchise.
Always hydrated.
Sorry. It's at dinner, Yeah, I mean, it's just so fun, again, it's like give yourself a gift. I really loved, like there was this day in the van when we were, going on these long location scouts. You guys hadn't started yet, it was just me. And the boys, And we're going 8 hours because we're in Vancouver. You have to take a ferry, you get used to those ferry breakfasts, and sorry, what was the question?
I was specifically asking about the look of Little Death and how it was developing.
Oh yeah.
What the character.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were just talking on that bus about about what those things could look like, and it was so fun. And then we opened up GeoCities and started looking on web pages, and just being oh yeah, there was a Freddy Krueger pinball machine. And then pretty soon we were just having a funny little workshop, and then we a week, not even a week, 5 days before production, I invited Eric and Brandon, my production designer, my cinematographer, and Matt, my other production designer, and Seppi and Willie in, and we just had a morning coming up with gags, and pretty soon Eric, who loves like Goodfellas, he was just like, it's just like Goodfellas. There's like they make it, and then they're printing money, and then like this whole we plotted out this whole arc for that opening credit sequence, and we told a story through those objects, and yeah, that was just what a joy to get to do. Child me would be like, hell yeah.
Yes.
Could you talk about the casting of the wonderful character actor Patrick Fischler as the attendant?
Yeah, he asked me to rewrite the character actually, and made it so much better. Because I had kind of written it with kind of more of a redneck in mind, and he read it and he was like, I can't do this. I was like, I want you, Patrick. He's like, I can't do this. Because it's I just can't do redneck. You have to make it me, a little more like me. And then figuring out what that meant was really fun. Because he's such a presence, and I don't know, I just and he was so stoked. He was so stoked to do it. Yeah, what a lovely man. I don't know, I hope to put him in lots of things because he's just got one of those faces, yeah, I don't know, I've been looking at the Harry Dean Stanton collection on Criterion and just being I need faces, Such a face, and he's great. He's just he's so talented.
Yeah.
Love the opening with all the commercial cars and all the inventions. Sorry. Love the opening with all the little gadgets created about this franchise. The only thing it's gratuitous is all through the movie. It's only present all through the movie. All the product placement, all the candies, all the stuff. I've never seen so much product placement in the movie. Was that intentional because of that commercialism of the movie?
No, there's no product placement in the movie.
No?
Yeah. That's all just me. Actually, my proudest moment was you get a legal report about what you're allowed to do and not do in the movie. Have I told you this one? Yeah. And they because I wrote it for Popeyes. And I don't know if Popeye said no, maybe. But they told me the lawyer was they write a clearance report, and I have a report that says, too many positive references to Popeyes. This is a legal liability. You need to change it to fried chicken. And I was like, well, can it be KFC? And they were like, sure.
That was literally the most erotic chicken ad I've ever saw in my life. So I love it.
The dipping sauce. It's all about dipping sauce.
Yeah, no, it's all the love of the game, I love that shit.
It's the fluids. We have time for 2 more questions. Yes. You, yeah.
Hi, huge fan of your work on TV Glow and on Avalon's work on Camp. Amazing stuff. Also a fan of Hannah's work. I just don't have a specific thing right now. I wanted to ask there's an interesting sort of play here with a director and an actor in sort of rival roles. I figured I wonder if there's a sort of messaging here about the fact that not only playing with the meta factor, but also how we kind of have to direct and act in our own everyday lives just to keep going in a way. As people say, you have to pretend to be confident to be confident in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, they're trying to communicate, and yeah, I just think the form is a really beautiful way to try to communicate. Yeah, and it's maybe the work is my way of doing that, it's sort of being a weird, kid, yeah, I don't know, I love having a long conversation in my head and then trying to put it into the form of a movie in a way that feels honest and yeah, I think also just honest about I made this movie living in this this world. It's like a shitty world we're living in right now. Yeah, and I don't know, like, I think we all feel like, yeah, like, want to make movies from a perspective that's like, that feels authentic to other people. Like, that's my like highest goal. I don't know. And so yeah, if the movie talks about that kind of stuff to you, it's like probably because I like, you know, it leads me there, I guess. I'm obsessed with it.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
We have time for one last question. Yes!
Is the word game in the credits real? Is it something we can play?
Yeah, actually, yes. Yeah, no, that's why they put that shot in there, because somebody like in the production design in our department, like literally designed a playable board game and then made it. And it's like based on Miasma, and if you look, it's like there's like a fire pit section, and you draw these like little deck cards, and like there's a rule book for how to play it. And like I just found out that she did that. Or I do think I just saw her on Instagram saying like, that's my game. and that's amazing. Like yeah, I just think like when what you're making produces love like that, it like gets a shot, you know?
All right. Thank you very much.